Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday night edition of Kel's Cards and Cracks. We're busting boxes. We've been busting megas all spring and early summer of the Topps Heritage, and now Series 2 is open. And you know what? Had to just take the shot at a hobby box. So let's see what happens with this tonight. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the baseball world. Well, Aaron Judge still hurt. Roman Anthony, is he ever coming back? Don't know. Not taking any swings. Murakami's on the shelf. Got some older guys. Freeman, 2,500 hits. Scherzer, 3,500 strikeouts. A lot of amazing things going on in baseball. Didn't hit any new cards for the set out of the very last of the mega openings. That's all right. I'm very excited about this opportunity. Been throwing up a few shorts and a few odds and ends videos. If you saw the one the other night, we opened a blaster box just for fun when it first came out. Kind of a little teaser for this one, and we're very excited. Obviously, I don't know. Some people like to open the silver pack first. We're gonna save it for last. But we're gonna open the second series, 20 packs, hobby. There should be a relic or an autograph. Way too many ums. You know, I've taken public speaking. I actually know how to talk in front of people, and I say a lot on this video, and I sure do appreciate the patience and those of you that have stuck around. We just couldn't help but open a blaster, pulled a green numbered card. There's a little video with it, some very other cool cards. Didn't identify some of the inserts correctly. Hopefully we'll do a better job of that tonight. Actually saw a video when Western New York Cards opened up jumbo box, and he pulled a Kyle Teal relic that was actually part of the base and was dirty. And it was a very cool relic. And there's a lot of fun to be had here. I'll probably go a little slower than most because I do like to look at the base cards, the papers. I do like that, but here we go. Let's see what we've got going on. Okay, we got Liam Nix catcher, Cedric Mullins, Angels team card, Zach Gelhoff, Carlos Correa, George Kirby, Shane Bieber, DC Dudes. Pulled this out of the blaster the other night. Abrams and James Wood, both doing great things. Woods a little lower average, plenty of power in that leadoff role. Likes to steal. Abrams over 50 RBIs. Justin Steele. Well, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, for the first leader card, or the glove card, Kirby Puckett. Minnesota Twins fans, one of the all-time greats, one of the all-time favorites. Austin Martin, Cutter Crawford. But we got a Puckett glove card. As you can see, unfortunate with these cards. It's very obvious the imperfections when they arise. Again, not sure what we'll get there. We know that if there's no relic, we know that that's going to be, there's probably in that silver pack, it could happen. We're going to get an autograph for relic. We're going to go to pack number 2. Again, this is my quest to build the second half of the set, so that's coming. So not looking for any duplicates tonight, and we'll start busting megas when they release. And well, I may have bought a second hobby in case there's no mega boxes to be had by next Sunday night. Miguel Rojas, Shane Baz, Okamoto rookie, Eduardo Rodriguez, Jose Cornel. We're looking for Delauders. We're looking for Murakami. We're looking for anything cool. Sandy Alcantara, Torres, Framber, Valdez, Hunter Green. This is the green card that Justin pulled the other night that was numbered to 99. Andre Jimenez and Dela Cruz, and Will Benson, all smiles. There you go. Very cool cards. I do believe that, you know, you saw the price tag on the front. It's fair. Got local card shop. Actually got these from Rocks in Wichita. I really appreciate the service. They always throw in a few sleeves, some top loaders. You buy a hobby, they wish you well. Yeah, always fun to talk to. Here we go. Got a little Salvador Perez action. And, you know, the thing about Perez, well, he's batting 190 something. He's getting old. Catching is real hard on the body. Don't know what's going to happen after this year. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Munoz. 2 Munoz in a row. That's interesting. Wyatt Langford. Got the Pirates. Got the team card. Looking for Skeens. Don't see him. Smydroth playing every day for the White Sox. By the way, are currently in first place. Who knew? Who knew in the Central Division? Aaron Nola. Logan Henderson, Future Star card with the Brew Crew. Joey Cantillo. Pool Holes All-Star. Very nice. Throwback to the 91 set. And let's face it, it's cool looking now, but remember 1991, because I was 23 at the time, and I was opening a lot of cards, and there was just a lot of 91. By that time, we were all very jaded about the glut of cards that were in, and, well, we'll put Mr. Wagaman down. Sale gets beat, pitch as well, got 8 wins, keeps racking up the strikeouts. Again, that goes back to Freddie Freeman conversation and the Scherzer conversation milestones. Freeman, I read an article talking about his 25th, 2,500th hit, how he's looking for the rest of the season, probably get over 2,600. If he averages 150 hits, he's been healthy for the next 3 years, could make it to 3,000. I hope he does. And just kind of some of those old those old stats that were required to get top consideration of Hall of Fame. I'd like to see him make it. Tommy Nance, Schwarber, leading the league in home runs, keeps hitting the ball out of the yard. Koss, Carvalho, rookie card. Cody Bellinger, doing some decent work. Obviously, all the Yankees pitching in with the absence of Judge. Caden Dana, Future Stars card. Tanner Beebe, Nick York. Ouch! Look at the damage on that one. Now, Hobie Milner. Hobie Milner's got a significant problem. Maybe it's because there's 2 of them back to back. Isn't that funky? I don't know. That might be the highlight. That might be the highlight in there. I cannot see any real difference. Huh. Well, that's why we open on the video, because you get to experience it with me. Brandon Nimmo and the Rays team card, American League. So far, it's been a lot of base. I haven't seen anything. We got the league leader Puckett. I haven't seen any sand glitters. There's something coming up. We're going to find out here in just a little bit. Maybe another leader card that just looks fancy. I don't know. Or a glove card like the Puckett. Javier Assad. Trent Grisham. Older up Future Stars. Stephen Kwan. Taiwan Walker. Bryce Eldridge rookie. Playing every single day. Pete Alonso. Let's look at some Alonso stats here for just a minute. Yeah, I know we're looking to open up some cards, but Alonso has 264 home runs. He's got double-digit home runs already for the Orioles this year, even though they're struggling a little bit. Born in 94, makes him 32. He's had, 40, 46, 34, 38. Be interesting to see what he does over the next 3 years if he remains healthy. That could be an opportunity for him to start getting some consideration. Luis Mateo, Got a card underneath here. We'll save that for later. Who knows? It's probably, again, another one of the leader glove cards with the specials. Alec Thomas, Nick Lofton of the Royals. I just talked about Salvador. I don't know what to say. A lot of young talent, decent pitching, just cannot put it together. Ryan Van Bell, rookie card. And then, oh, well, you know what? Carl Yastrzemski. Another glove work card. Young Yaz. Here's a guy who I think a lot of fans do appreciate the great talent that was Carl Yastrzemski. Didn't always feel like, the media probably didn't always feel like he was bubbly, but how can you possibly be bubbly all the time when you're following Ted Williams? There's always that expectation. But one of the all-time greats, Triple Crown winner, Carl Yastrzemski. We got Robert Stevenson, Jesus Sanchez, J.P. Crawford, Palante, Josh Simpson rookie, Robert Jr., Oswald Cabrera, Chase Dollander, Future Stars card. Get that in the camera. Sorry about that. Tauchman. Let's see who the All-Star 91 is. Oh. Huh. This. Okay. Okay. Ernie Clement. Cleveland takes first. Those are cool cards, but this Mathewson card, probably my favorite pull so far. Got the stats here. Let's talk about Christy Mathewson for a little bit. Let's see if we can get that focused in there a little better. 373 career wins. ERA of 2.13. He only had 2,500 strikeouts, but one of the all-time greats. And for a little history on Mathewson, because I'm a huge Mathewson fan, and for a variety of reasons. Back in the day, I used to teach history before I ended up doing other things in the school system, like administrating and getting old. So, in the early 90s, we had the Ken Burns baseball, and they talked about Mathewson and McGraw. And so a little side note, we talked about Christy Mathewson. We had yellow journalism. We had the tabloids even back in the day, but Christy Mathewson was so clean cut that his wife actually had to talk about the fact that he didn't always pick up his socks, so they could have something to say about the guy. And on the flip side, he was famously close with famous manager John McGraw, who was as obnoxious and lacking in character. I don't know if I'd say lacking in character, but was certainly kind of a hold my beer kind of guy. And so it's very, very boisterous. But they famously got along. Christy Mathewson, one of the all-time greats, died young. I believe it was TB that he contracted because he got gassed in a World War I practice exercise. It damaged his lungs and it killed him at a young age. But one of the all-time greats, one of my all-time favorites. Used to own a bunch of I used to own all three of the Tito 6s, but when you've been collecting for 46 years, some things come and go. And those are three cards I'd probably like to have back. But on to the next pack, because, that's what we're here for. Nick rookie, Jason Dominguez, Kevin Alcantara, future star card, Ray Rocchio, good-looking cards, Jazz Chisholm Jr., just kind of quietly hitting a few home runs, stealing a few bases. Average could be higher. Ballesteros, future star. Got something in here. It does not appear to be the same thing. We'll get to that in a minute. Ballesteros, Ian Happ. And there you go. There's the relic. Machado jersey card. And it's a good looking material. I'm a fan of Manny Machado. I'm telling you, for 175 plus tax, yeah, what the hell? It's still cool, and I'm building a set, and you know what? That's the breaks. It's a fantastic card. It's not as interesting as the duplicates, and who knows what we'll get. Maybe we'll get a numbered card out of this box. So far, we're struggling a little bit. Bader, Sal Stewart rookie. Cannot argue with the Sal Stewart rookie. Obviously had a great start, batting about 250 now. Missing Ellie De La Cruz in the lineup, as the entire Reds team is. Gleyber Torres, perpetual all-star. Reyes, Jarren Duran. Also part of the whole what's up with the Red Sox this year. Batting leadoff, average is not great. Power production, kind of like the Royals. This is what's going on. Pablo Lopez, Hassel III. Christian Walker just keeps hitting the ball. Castillo, let's see what we got going on here. Hassel Gold card. Very cool looking card. Let's go to, okay, Conley early rookie. I'm not going to complain there. Let's see what we got here. Gold foil. Numbered to 399. There's your numbered card. Hassel's been around for a little bit. Not well, actually, I take that back. He's a little older, but he's bounced in the minors. But yeah, there you go. Numbered to 399. Little Topps Gold. At some point in time, I will sleeve these cards, but not tonight. All right, we've got 10 packs to go, and we have the silver, which could be very interesting. Who knows what's going to be in there? The jumbo box that I watched on video that got opened, were all-star cards. They were cool. A lot of sand glitters, whatever. I think they were, but they were 91s. They were all-stars, some current. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember that was the comments made. These are all stars. But all right, Taylor Rashi rookie, Tyler Wells, Jared Young, Javier Sandridge rookie, Dirt Dynamos. Let's see who we got on the back that for the Padres. Machado and Bogarts. Probably a good choice. Tatis would have been a good choice in that card. Corey Lee. Cody Lawrison, I don't know, but rookie for the Twins. Marte. Seth Lugo, pitched 7 innings. I think it was, that wasn't Lugo. It was Waka they put out for 7 innings last night, left him out, gave up 4 runs, managed to lose. But when the bullpen is shaky, you're trying to eat innings with your starters. See what happens. And here we have a league leaders card. Oh, all right, okay. Cronenworth, Ocho, rookie. Ted Williams. As you can see, the 406. I'm sure we're going to flip this over and we're going to see the statistics on the back from 1941. Batting 406. Now, notice something cool, and I don't want to hear about it from any haters. But let's look at some of these other averages. Monty Irvin with the Eagles from the old Negro Leagues. All right, Buck Leonard. You know, it's Ted Strong, Willard Brown. It's about time we gave all the Negro League players their due. It's long since time. I'll take the hit. Somebody doesn't like it. But speaking of Negro Leagues, Negro League Museum and Hall of Fame in Kansas City, Missouri, on 18th and Vine, is probably the least expensive, coolest 2 hours you'll ever spend. Plus, you can jot right next door to the Jazz Museum. Fantastic time. I'm not a shill for these people. I'm just telling you, we're in the Midwest. There are cool things to do out here, and maybe less costly than some of the other things. But we're going to go back to Ted Williams, because in my estimation, this is the greatest ball player ever to play the game. Just my estimation. The stories are bigger than life. I don't want to talk about how his kid cryogenically froze his head. I just mentioned it, but when he and Ron Luciano, they were telling stories, and Ted's taking batting practice, and he's got tar on his bat, and he's saying one or two based on the amount of seams he's making contact with. That's legendary. Is it true? I don't know. Wasn't there. But what a fantastic story. And two wars, a chunk of his career, would have given him all-time numbers. And last got about 400 in the regular season. He was just that good. I cannot. So while I would have loved to have gotten a Shohei Ohtani 1 of 1 blah 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 card, the whole point of opening these things and engaging in baseball is to enjoy the hobby and to appreciate America's pastime. And Ted Williams, Matthews, Kabile, Kyle Harrison from the Brewers, Cody Bellinger, no DeLauder, no Murakami yet. Another Dana card. That's 2. Tanner Bibby. Oh, okay. There's Juan Soto and Mets uniform. Picking up some steam finally. Appreciate the fact that Juan's waking up. In fact, he and Bichette, I believe, both hit home runs tonight. Yeah, you're seeing this on Sunday, but I'm opening it beforehand. BJ Poland rookie. See what we got here. Luis Severino. That's, depending on the light, that's either blue or purple. It's more purple. Also numbered to 250, number 62 out of 250. So that's the second numbered card to come out of here. Looks pretty good. And then Kiki Hernandez and Tyler Locklear. So 2 numbered cards so far. We've gotten one. We've got the 1 relic card, the materials card. Haven't hit the major Series 2 rookies. Of course, Series 1 was so full of great rookies. And apparently, or we talked about this the last time, the random redemptions, I believe, are 54 Aaron and a Jackie Robinson. I probably won't have quite the chase that the Mantle card. People talked about the fact that if you pulled that redemption, that was a life changer. That's probably could be accurate depending on who got it, depending on where it lands. But somebody made some money. It finally got pulled. But yeah, I think I would probably keep either of those cards, unless some sort of grave health issue came along and I had to liquidate. Those 2 would go in the PC. And that's probably why that silly Skeens autograph is still there. Even though he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and then the other night the Dodgers went poof in the 7th inning, put up a 10 spot, and then they turned around and beat Ohtani a day later. It's baseball. Uribe, David Schneider, Beantown Buds. I think we saw this one the other night in the blaster. Duran and Story. Duran's got to do something in that leadoff spot. Taiwan Walker, another Eldridge rookie. So there are some duplicates, even though this is a single hobby box. And this deep into it, Bo Bichette in the Mets uniform hit a big dong the other night, or it actually might have been tonight. Griffey Jr. in the 91 All-Star. Appreciate that. Home runs. Notice that he was ahead of Albert Joey Bell back in the day. Canseco was still hitting home runs with the Blue Jays, not the A's. Manny Ramirez, Juan Gonzalez, Palmeiro, some guy named Alex Rodriguez, Movan Delgado, Nomar Garcia Parra, Sean Green. Names from a long time ago. That was 1998. I was like, okay, this is a 91 throwback card, but that's 1998 because A-Rod wasn't in the game till 94. Libertine Hoffman, Andrew Hoffman rookie. All right, so cool, very cool. Nothing that's probably going to make everybody go, oh my God, we got to look at that YouTube channel because he pulled the blah, blah, blah. That's all right. We're having a blast. Maybe we'll get a Jackie Robinson glove work card or some sort of old throwback like the Williams. Jackson Churio. It's been doing a nice job. Hey, the Brewers continue to win. And since he's been back, he's contributed very well. It's a good ball player. All right. So Scherzer gets 3,500. Verlander, as you can see, has been around a while. He's throwing, rehabbing. But the Tigers are already kind of, I don't even know if what their plans are for the second half. It'll be interesting to see what he and Scherzer do this year, the rest of the year. I think the competitive drive is there if the body just doesn't give up on the both of them. Granillo, Brooks Baldwin, which is a much better looking card than the 2026 Heritage, because unfortunately for Brooks Baldwin, every time I see it, I make fun of it. Here's an interesting cat. My name's Paul Goldschmidt. I'm getting older. I got traded to the Yankees. I really wasn't playing a whole lot. Some dude named Judge got hurt, and suddenly I'm spanking the snot out of the ball. And they're going to have to do something with me at some point in time because I'm just too good not to be utilized all the time. Paul Goldschmidt. Muncie Future Stars. Looks good in that green Athletics. Kyle Leahy. I just have to say it out loud because I enjoy it. Lars Nootbaar. By the way, getting playing time. He's hit a couple home runs in the last week. Jake Palish, Austin Wins, Jordan Alvarez, Bryce Johnson. Haven't seen, again, another base pack in this hobby. Unlike the jumbos where they had a bunch of stuff in the back. And that's probably why they're $350 a box. But again, when you're trying to build a set, you're just going to have to go with the random. Let's see what we got in here. Nick Allen, the Orange Astros top. Connor Norby. Joe Boyle. Joe Boyle it's kind of got a Greg Maddux look about him with the glasses. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I think. Of course, got all the Mariners here. Their team card. Jared Jones. Petey Halpin, rookie card. Moncada. This is a great card. I think actually, guy from Western New York Cards talked about this. You got Trout, and I think it's Neto. Yep, Zach Neto. And what are they doing? Looks like they're popping packs. Reese Olson, Randy Vasquez, Marcelo Osuna, Ryan Weathers. I tell you what, what do we got going on here? League leader, Telex, and unless I am missing something specific, this has been really thin on inserts. And I'm not, again, it's not a complaint, it's just an observation. Now, one would like to think, okay, we're building up for a big silver pack, but I'm not holding out for that. I just think it's been a little thin. Be nice to see something unique and interesting. Cameron, second-year card. Hader. Ryan Walker. Blas Castano. Suarez. Savage rookie card. Simeon. Seam Nunez. Ryan Feltner. And, hey, let's drop a card. By the way, that's going up on eBay tomorrow. That Max Fried card. Yeah, that's me. It looks like because it's ephemera, because we like to use that word once in a video. Vocabulary word of the day. Ephemera. A paper product, not necessarily expected to last forever and ever and ever. But glove work Fried, obviously part of the rotation. I need to check his status. His health status, obviously, with Garrett Cole back, the Yankees are feeling pretty good. Obviously, with the fact that Schlittler has been lights out, not feeling too bad, and the fact that they beat the snot out of the Guardians this week, all the Yankees are feeling good. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right. Luis Gill. Edgar Quero, Future Star. Cade Povich. There's a Chase DeLauder card. Seems to be a lot of buzz around this guy. He's doing all right. Got 7 home runs, 34 RBIs so far for the Indians. Lourdes Gurriel, is it Juriel? Michael Massey for the Royals. Griffin Conine. Shane McClanahan. Yankees team card. Biggio. All right, Biggio 75th anniversary. And Rangel, Trevor Story. All right. Guy came up as a catcher. Pretty good ball player. Managed to crank out a bucket of hits, over 3,000. That's how he got into the Hall of Fame. I think Cabin, his son's played, bounced around for the Royals. Don't know if he's still in the majors, if he's in the minors. I will say the thing about Craig, I think there was maybe some conversation about performance-enhancing drugs. I think it's baloney. Quite honestly, I'm about done with that conversation. We'll talk about that when we talk about Hall of Fame and some of the players from the late 90s and early 2000s and how that played out. All right, Luis Severino, Emmett Sheehan. I think he got lit up the other night. Yandy Diaz. Marlins team card, Javier. Jorge Polanco. Drew Summers rookie. City Connect jersey for Detroit, pretty cool. Zach Bean. Mitch Keller, also City Connect. Very, very cool. Oh, okay. Now, we're going to talk about, we got Jock Peterson, got the White Sox, but I think we talked about this a little bit the other night in the blaster opening, because Justin pulled the Ryan all-time single season leader in strikeouts, 383. Burt be home by 11. Chris Berman reference. Also, finally, a Hall of Famer, 258 strikeouts. What an amazing pitcher. And I love the old comments, we talk about guys that get 5-6 innings. They get their pitch count and they're out because teams have got so much invested in their arm. It's like, really? Nolan Ryan, I'll just throw 150 pitches. I'll come back on 3 days rest. I'll throw 150 more. And if you're Robin Ventura, charge mound, see what happens. If you haven't seen that video, I would, it's YouTube. I would strongly, Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura, it's worth watching. Robin Ventura got a very, very, very strong lesson in never ever charge the mound on Nolan Ryan. Carson Kelly, we're down to 3 packs. We're kind of like, okay, what's happening here? Merrill Kelly, Lodolo, Tanner Gordon, Mike Burrows, Zach Cole, Braxton Ashcraft, Hunter Barco. Okay, we'll talk about this card here in a minute. Got Brooks Lee, Future Stars card. Now, number 500, I believe. Yep. Okay, it's Ohtani. You can see a couple years he didn't pitch. But it's very cool that they would include this, and it's just very cool, anything that Shohei Ohtani does right now. I mean, wow. He might, they're talking about best player all time. I mean, I wasn't alive when Ted Williams played. I've seen some footage. I've seen the stats. I've heard the stories. But a couple years ago when the Dodgers were at Rockies, we're at Coors Field, my kid and I got to watch Ohtani hit the longest home run of the season to dead center field, and it was a rocket. Until then, probably the hardest hit ball we ever saw was Alex Rodriguez take one out of Royal Stadium that I'm not sure got more than a foot higher than the fence, but it left in a hurry. But that Ohtani bomb was a rocket too. Denzel Clark, and that had been 2 years ago. That had been 24. Song Kim, Brandon Lowe, Mitch Ferris, Blaze Alexander, Isbell. I think he's going to be on the IL. Guzman, Strand. What do we got here? Silver foil. Harrison Bader. And all right, Quinn Priester, let's take a look at this silver foil. Not numbered. But you know what? It's a couple of numbered cards, but then obviously nothing that's going to break this box even yet. But we still haven't hit that silver pack. Who knows what's in that thing? It could be just a bunch of nice cards to put in the sleeve to get $2 to $4 for if you ever decide to sell. Who knows? But you're here with me, and I appreciate that. We're down to 2 packs. Muto, Jackson Joby, Future Stars card, Arias, Saccone, Ryan Reynolds, Carter Jensen rookie, very cool. Matt Chapman, Cam Sanders, Ben Joyce, Pete Crow Armstrong, All-Star variation from 91, 75th anniversary, Jack Sawinski. You know, that's every time I see a Crow Armstrong, Horner, any Cub right now, it's like, yeah, they're up and down with the team. High expectations, don't know how it's going to play out. But this is the last pack before the silver. And this one's run long, and I appreciate your patience with me tonight, but I'm not probably opening too many hobbies. Ortiz, Ezekiel Duran, Cardinals team, Drake Baldwin. Hopefully, I think he's rejoined the Braves. That's very exciting. He's a heck of a player. Wynn, Gervais, Taylor Ward, Kyle Bradish, Freddie Peralta, Gabriel Arias, silver foil, Woods Richardson, and Chaparro. All right. So, no stunning bangers. Is it here? Is it here? Is a $175 lottery shot going to pay off in the silver pack? Sorry. Open it this way. Got the little Topps advertising stuff on the back to keep us all in suspense. I'm cool with. By the way, probably nothing cooler than, let's see here. I believe it'd be George Brett, Mantle, Ryan, Jeter, Tawny, Henderson, Ichiro. Pretty good group of people on the back of that. What do we got? All right. Zach Neto, silver. Not an all-star, just a throwback. Oh, well, Chase DeLauder. Again, there's a little buzz going on with that guy. That's cool. We'll take that. Jarren Duran, I already griped about him, but he's young. His opportunity for a second half. And Randy Johnson, throwback all-star card. All right. Sad thing is I never got to see the big unit throw live. We were scheduled to see him in 08 when he was, I believe it was 08, maybe 09. Maybe it was 09 with the, when he was with the Giants. This is from 1993. Big unit, had 308 strikeouts, in second place with 196. Pretty good pitcher named Mark Langston. You got Cone when he was with the Royals. A little more success with the Yankees. Chuck Finley. I got to watch George Brett take Chuck Finley deep, clear back in the mid-'80s. Apier, Ben McDonald. High hopes for that guy. And Alex Fernandez, who did some nice things. But at the end of the day, it was always the big unit. So, little silver card there going on from the silver pack. The Johnson's cool. Centering's ish. And maybe that's just the way, just because of the blue border. I appreciate everybody hanging out for this tediously long video tonight. But that's what the hobby box of Topps looks like, Series 2. We'll sort these out. We'll break down the list. Probably the first mega will not include talking about how many we get out of there, because it's going to be a bunch. But I hope you had a great time. Hey, go pick up some cards. Go to your local store. Spend the money. Who knows? You might get the Robinson or the Aaron redemption card, or you might get a Murakami card. Who knows? Didn't get one this time. And quite honestly, I'm not sure that I'm terribly disappointed. I'm hopeful he comes back healthy, but I'm also a little concerned about long-term opportunity for that guy as far as how he can produce in the long term. Until then, we will see you next Sunday night. Keep cracking. Keep following some baseball. We'll see how the second half of the season goes in about a month.